Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a game War in the Pacific Admit Edition. This is my play-by-email match against KilRoy. This will be the 20th January 1942 turn and we're playing the scenario 1 without any modifications. Yeah, the last turns saw some activity of American light cruisers against my support carrier division near to Baker Island with mixed results. I think maybe up to sinking of 4 American light cruisers, but also the loss of 1 Japanese fleet destroyer. We will see if there's any other activity. Maybe the landing in Java is the next big operation. So near to Sydney, my submarines only find enemy patrol craft. This is a Dutch submarine in my landing zone, and I can get some damage on it. So maybe this is also out of action for some time. Canton Islands. Yeah, maybe it's time to leave this hex. Now my patrol boat. Additional damage, so yeah. Not a good day for the Dutch submarine fleet. And of course, KilRoy was here in this hex, maybe with his Dutch submarines, because it looks like Dutch mines. So he sent his submarines to lay a minefield in my Enfeebled Assault area. It's not, I mean, this is clever, I would say, but luckily I have minesweepers already in the hex and can sweep immediately. This sub-attack failed, no damage on both sides. So there is maybe still a Tinker in Balikpapan with a potential hit. Again, losing a scout plane. But also killing enemy scout or search aircraft. So now the bombardment in China getting more and more killed Chinese units now. Or destroyed. The B-17s are back, and I readjust my air force after this not so successful first engagement with allied fighter force here on Java. So I losing a Oscar on the ground, but I also can kill at least one B-17. That would be still a good trade. And these are all long range attacks, so more likely that these B-17s have a hard time to return. Next attack, P-40 is coming back. Last time I was able to get I think a 1-to-1 kill ratio over my own hex. This is still acceptable. This time I maybe even get a better result out of this. So I can defend my airspace. But Batavia still have too many cap fighters. Always taking out my search airplanes. So again, not too much activity from the Navy bomber forces on both sides. A lot of searching, a lot of detection, but for some reasons, no airstrikes. So this Dutch submarine is still here in the hex, getting 4 more hits. Again, all of these hits are so small. Hard to say if this is enough to really sink the submarine, or at least force us back to a port for repair. So next invasion, Tarakan, with heavy cruiser support to take to maybe shield this invasion force against this counter battery fire, and with some success. So most of the guns are already disabled, and only one small hit on my light cargo ship. So this was a successful landing on Tarakan without any big surprise. Some landing accidents, okay, this can happen. Okay, and the next attempt to take here the base. There's only one Chinese cavalry corps, but it's well digged in. Fort is now destroyed, so no defense bonus. Still, I have here high disabled units, so I maybe bleed a little dry, so hard to say if the less fort level is better for me compared to my higher losses. Good bombardment here in Nomaya. Again, nothing happens. And the island here with an infantry regiment and army HQ to give it some bonus, and the artillery is only for support. So, because I have here artillery, I have here the better artillery bombardment. Good. So, at the end, okay turn. Still moving it is all moving in the right direction. Still no setback. And air war was today maybe more in my favor, 11-3. So for me, I lost 1-0. No, one scout. Not better to say 2 scout planes. The Betty was on scout mission and the Jake was on scout mission, and the one Oscar gets killed. No, on the ground. Yeah, gets bombed by the B-17s. And for the Allies, it is 4 Warhawks less, and again 4 B-17s killed. Long range attack, and the Zeros making enough damage. And the difference is, I think, here that in the Jochen game, my Zeros always had long range cap, and this is based out of, I mean, here I am coming out of my own base. I only take off attack or defend this B-17s and then land immediately. So I have less ops losses. And 2 Buffaloes gets killed. So this looks fun. Ship sunk, last turn. Again, a collision. I don't know. I hear no sinking sound, so who knows. Yeah. In China, no change still. The map looks still a little messy, but it's getting slowly but steadily in the right direction. No activity in Burma or Thailand. And here are still many submarines, and I try to find them, but it's very hard for me. Even in shallow water, I was able to hurt here, I think, 1 or 2 enemy submarines. Here was some mines, but I cleaned them immediately. At the end, I still to try to bring in more enemy forces. So there's a Dutch unit walking in this hex. He come down this mountain because I was already walking on out of the hex to the mountain, but a Dutch enemy unit walk in my hex and push my units back. So I must first take care of this unit before I can move out again. So this again give KilRoy maybe 2-3 more days before. I mean, if he can move in every day with a new unit, he can repeat this action again and again and again. But every time he loses a unit, because if he only walk in with 1 unit in my hex, then I can always kill this 1 hex, this 1 unit in my hex. So we will see how often KilRoy will do this. The amphibious assault here was successful on Tarakan. Sometimes this can really backfire with this heavy coastal battery. I have really only 1 light cargo ship, already completely unloaded, only some supplies, and the damage is only light. It's a 120mm gun, so it's a 4.5-inch shell, or even normally a 5-inch shell. But I was lucky, only a little fire and a little system damage. Yeah, also landing here in the Philippines, but there's no unit, I must first walk down. Yeah, in the air war, I changed the pilots. So I have here now the 0 pilots with better experience. And also some Oscar pilots with very high experience. And these guys, I think I must bring back now. I already sent them down to repair some and get the fatigue down. So I can fly them out now to back to Singapore. Yeah, nothing happens here in Solomon Seas or east coast of Australia is inactive so far. Also, nothing happened about Fiji. And no activity at the Marshall Islands. So, good. Thank you all. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.